Hey everybody, I'm Adam,
I'm Michael.
and we would like for you to join us in the Twilight Zone because we're born in Ohio.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Join us. And that was all right.
Yeah, I already made the title of of this episode in my head and had it ready to go. So if you haven't caught on, we're going to talk about the film Us and the recently debuted show remake. I guess is it reboot? I don't know. Where the Twilight Zone is back, and obviously there's a connection between the two as Jordan Peele is bringing both of them to our eyeballs.
How many have been released so far?
I don't know.
I haven't watched
Honestly.
any of it. I want to, but
I think it's only on the CBS All Access shit.
oh, so you have to pay for it?
I think so. But you can watch the first episode on YouTube for free. Which is what I did.
How long was it? Is it an hour, half hour, 45 minutes?
I think they vary, but I think it's meant to be an hour. It might be like, you know how they're like
Yeah.
50 minutes or some shit.
Now, did you used to watch the original Twilight Zone show?
I had seen some here and there. Like I
loved it.
definitely saw the one with Mickey from Rocky, and all he wanted to do was read, and like everybody died, then he stepped on his glasses.
Oh,
So he had
yeah.
all the time to read, but it's always that kind of
Fucked up. Yeah, I really
fucked up
I
ending
really
where,
like
like,
those.
of like be careful what you wish for type. That's really like a big theme in
Yeah.
those. It's just be careful what you wish for, which this one follows that theme.
I liked, honestly, the majority of the ones I saw. I loved them. The movie was weird, but I liked it.
Will you stop playing with your beard?
Can you hear it?
It sounds like a cat
hear
licking like carpet
you
or
hear it?
something. Yeah, I can hear it. Stop it.
All right, he's just being polite, folks at home. I'm actually touching my pubes, but
Yeah, do you hear? It sounds like animals rustling through the brush.
well. Okay, so
Oh, what do you want to talk about first? Do you want to talk about Us?
no, I want to talk about the Twilight Zone because I am intrigued.
Okay. Do you want me to give you a rundown? Do you want me to?
Is it up to par to the other ones, or is it's different, or it's
It felt very much at home as a Twilight story.
Okay, good. That's good for me. Yeah.
How much do you want me to tell you?
Well, I mean, I don't want this. I would not like to have this story ruined for me because I will watch it.
Okay. All right.
But tell me, like,
I can
the
work with that.
atmosphere and
So the first episode's called The Comedian, and Kumail Nanjiani is the main character of it. And it's one of those be careful what you wish for stories, which,
Okay.
as I said, like makes it feel very much Twilight Zone. There's always some kind of catch. This is kind of like the deal with the devil type thing.
scenario. Okay.
Where he's a comedian. He's one to make a name for himself, but he's doing these real political jokes because he wants people to also learn while he's trying to make them laugh, and nobody's latching onto that. And he meets this figure who is, he sees he's this huge comedian played by Tracy Morgan, which when I first saw Tracy Morgan, I was like, what? But dude actually did fucking great.
He wasn't Tracy Morgan because
No.
he's usually just Tracy Morgan and everything.
He wasn't.
That's weird. I got to see it for sure now just because of that.
I was like, wow. He wasn't just doom.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like,
Yeah.
and which I love that part of Tracy
Sure.
Morgan a lot of times too. But he was very actually ominous and did the role very well. So, Kumail sees him after on a show. He's like, oh, I saw your set. It sucked. And he was Kumail was looking for, wanting to get some notes.
Yeah.
And he said, well, you got to be personal. You got to give them something. but you got to know once you give it to them, it's theirs. And that's kind of the hook.
Mm-hmm.
So when he starts doing his comedy again, he starts trying to do his political jokes, and it's not working. Then so he decides to do like say something about his personal life and stuff that doesn't even have to be funny, but the audience just starts laughing.
Okay.
Because he's giving them something personal.
Okay.
But once he's done it, that thing that he talked about is gone. Like it's erased from his personal life. It's belongs to the audience now.
So he doesn't even recall it.
No, he does, but no one else does.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
I think because it's not a big deal. Like the first joke he makes, it's about his dog.
Yeah.
And then he goes home and he's like, well, where's... Because he named the dog Cat. He's like, well, where's Cat?
Yeah.
And his girlfriend's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he starts, he put up posters for the dog and stuff. But so that's kind of the general premise. And it's like,
I can see some major benefits to this, but go on.
Well, that plays into it.
Oh, okay, good.
Because once he understands what's happening,
yeah,
he plays with that idea of like, well, what can I do that would be beneficial with this power?
Yeah.
But then it's also like, how far will you go for success? Like, what are you willing to get rid of? So that's kind of the thread.
Okay.
Now, I will say my only real complaint about it is you understand what's happening pretty quickly. Like what his fame or what his success is costing.
Yeah.
Like every time he does this, then something goes away. They show it several times, probably too many. Like they're just hitting you over the head with, this is what happens. But I guess some of it gets into the part where he's trying to like, well, what can I do that's good?
Yeah.
But it has to be personal, which is kind of funny because, I shouldn't. I won't talk about it. So they stretched that on a bit, and I'm like, okay. So that just elongated the story when it probably didn't need to be as long as it was. But the way that it was told, it felt very Twilight Zone. And the fact that Jordan Peele like comes out like Rod Serling did.
Yeah.
And he does kind of the intro and the outro to the story. I think he does the outro. And he's dressed in that, iconic just black suit, black tie. And it felt right. But he's speaking very formally. Yeah. Which just reminds me of when he would do Obama on Key and Peele. So at first I was like, I kind of giggled, but I was like, okay, this feels right. Yeah. It's good. So that's the only one I've seen so far.
Shot well?
Yeah. I think it was shot pretty well. I'd be curious to watch more. I know the second episode is basically a new version of the creature on the wing thing.
God, I love that one. But I love that one.
I don't think they're doing an actual creature on the wing. I think they're trying to modernize it with like technology of some sort, and nobody believes the paranoid guy. And the paranoid guy is Adam Scott, who I really like.
Yeah, I like him too. No, that's the whole. It's like the Gremlin, man.
I'm not certain that there's an actual Gremlin or not, but I'm pretty sure I had read like
that thing was
it's
creepy
more
as
about
fuck.
Technology.
With William Shatner.
That thing was creepy as shit.
Fucking scary.
The one in like the original wasn't. It was like some weird pig nose
thing,
like rubber monster.
Yeah, but the Shatner one, man, that thing bothered me. I remember seeing that thing bothered me looking at it.
That bothered me too. Doesn't it like show up like in the window of the ambulance when they're taking him away?
Oh yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, I didn't like that one. But I liked this. I don't think I would give it an A necessarily. I'd give it a strong B because it caught my interest. Like I'm like, okay, this feels like it could be a good, like an actual good reboot of an old TV show.
Okay.
But I don't want to pay to watch it.
Yeah, no. What the
I think, I'm not certain. I'll have to look that up again, but I think it's on the CBS All Access thing.
My whole thing is that this would boost ratings. I mean, this is a show that people really liked years ago, and if they're going to keep with that, make it like it's, like you're saying, they're doing it right. They're doing it in the vein of what it was. This should be a no-brainer.
I think what it is I don't know who owns CBS or if CBS is just its own thing. I think it's them trying to create another revenue source.
I'm just so fucking tired of these people
Because
doing this shit.
Disney owns ABC, so they have their national television network.
Right.
So when they have Disney Plus and they're also a member of Hulu, like they have all these other revenue options. I don't know if CBS, I don't know who the parent company, I don't know if they have other sources like that. So it's probably just them diversifying, trying to have more revenue sources. But still, yeah, I don't want to have to buy this to watch this one show I want to watch.
Well, the thing that worries me is that I'm afraid it's going to fail because they're not going to get enough people wanting to pay for it. And this should be something that should be able to continue because it could be really good. But
well, it's almost like CBS is going for the sci-fi fans because they have their Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah, I don't watch that shit. I didn't
It's
watch
on the CBS All Access.
As soon as it's not Kirk and Spock, I'm not interested. I'm not joking.
I get you. I actually grew up on Next Generation, so I don't have that
That's Picard,
problem.
right?
Yeah,
I never watched a single episode.
I love.
I
Picard.
did see the film though, where the Borgs, film with the Borgs.
First Contact. Wait, yeah,
sure. I saw that. I don't remember why I saw it, but I was like, nah, I like the idea of these Borg things. And which one was? I think that was Tom Hardy's in that.
No, that's different.
Was it a different film?
Yeah,
I saw a picture, which is why I know they said
it's called like Resurrection or something. Yeah, where Tom Hardy's playing a clone of Picard.
What? Really?
Yeah, he's a clone of Picard.
I didn't see that one. Nope, didn't see that one. All right. See, I don't watch that. I don't know, man. I didn't even watch a lot of the original ones with, Kirk and Spock on the TV show.
You just watch the movies.
The movies, for the most part, bored the shit out of me, except for Khan. Khan was good.
The first one where they have just like a psychedelic light show.
It's too much like 2001: Space Odyssey for me.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
Was ridiculous.
I agree. Khan was great. Wrath of Khan was great. Mm-hmm. The one where Spock dies is sad.
Didn't he die at the end?
Then he comes back alive again.
He didn't die at the end of.
Is he die at the end of Khan? Or is it the third one? Khan? Second or third? Maybe it was the second one.
I don't know. And then there was a search for Spock, and that was weird.
Oh yeah, maybe that was 3. That was just fucking weird. There's all kinds of weird, man.
I think I might have only liked 2
of the
Star Trek movies.
What about? Khan, are you including the new ones?
Well, I'm talking about the original cast.
Okay.
Liked Khan.
You didn't like the one with the whales? Come on, man. Nobody likes the one with the whales.
Actually, a lot of people like the one with the whales.
That's dumb as shit. All right, go on.
The one... Was it Final Frontier?
Okay. Yeah. I remember that's one of the names of one of them.
Yeah. I liked that.
What was the story for that one about?
I'm trying to remember completely, but it had to deal with Klingons.
Oh wait, is that
like
the
main
one with
guy was like doing like Shakespearean
lines? Is it Doc from Back to the Future? Which one was?
That's an older one. That might have been 4.
Fuck's sake, man! There's just too much of this weird shit.
But we're getting way off track.
Way off track. Sorry. So back to Twilight Zone.
Yeah. Do you have any questions?
I don't even know what to ask. Really, that's the nice thing about the Twilight Zone films. It's kind of like Hitchcock. Like, it's, you're going to get something different every time, which I like that.
Well, yeah, I like that they're little vignettes where if there's a bad episode, well, okay, I don't have to watch that one again.
Yeah.
Because they're little contained little stories, and that's great. Like that show that you recommended, and I did watch
Love, Death
and Robots, which was very good. Were all of them winners? No. But there was so much good in that. That was like, yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
Seeing all the different art styles was really cool.
And there was, did you
spiders though? Like I know we talked about spiders in the Stephen King episode.
Yeah.
That fucking spider thing.
Oh yeah.
Fuck that.
That space spider. Yeah. Fuck that.
Hated that.
No, since it did that, I go.
Yeah. Well, what's fucked up? It's like it still wanted them to have like good thoughts while it's probably feeding them and shit.
Oh, I think that goes in that theory. Isn't there an insect? I think there's an insect that it releases a chemical into your body while it's feeding on you, so that you feel happy, because then that makes some sort of brain juices give off more of a it's a taste thing.
Oh, so
if you're feeling happier, you taste better.
They're seasoning the meat.
Seasoning the meat.
That's fucked up.
That is fucked up, man. That's like I don't even know what, tickling a piggy's hooves while you have it on the grill or something. That's just fucked up. It's fucked up.
Usually the pig's not alive, but a better thing would be like I don't know, doing something to a lobster before while you're putting it into the pot. Anywho,
yes.
Yeah, I would watch the Twilight Zone if I felt like paying for it. I hope it does well.
If it is not paid for and you notice, please let me know, because I don't watch a lot of TV.
I know.
So you'll have to let me know so that I know it's on so I can record it.
All right.
All right. So Us.
Yeah, let's keep this Jordan Peele thing going.
Okay. Got good critical acclaim. The opening of the film. How much am I allowed to say about this? Don't ever watch it. I'm going to tell you that.
See, I might have more of an appreciation for it.
It's shot well, so the opening of the film. Well, if you might watch it, I'm not going to say what it is at the opening. The opening of the film is literally a pan out of something, and as soon as I saw the pan out of something, I immediately knew the catch at the end of the story. And everything, maybe it is because I've watched so many horror films, so many thrillers, so many psychological fucked upness. But unfortunately, I saw this and immediately said, if I say the one word, it completely will ruin the film for you. But what they are, I immediately knew what it meant. And I'm like, God damn it, here we fucking go. Well, maybe even though I've seen this type of thing before, it's going to have some sort of saving grace. It's going to be creepy enough that it overshadows the fact that I already know what it is, and that kind of ruins it for me. Or there's a good enough script, or I give a shit enough about this family in the trailer, or whatever else. No. How he wrote it, it never seems to find its place. Is this supposed to be a horror film, a thriller, a dark comedy? Like, it literally jumps constantly in the film.
I feel like all of his stuff has some kind of comedic aspect.
But it was poorly acted.
Really?
The stuff that was supposed to be funny, when they would say the lines, it was all the dad. The dad was saying all kinds of stupid shit at stupid times. Like, your family is at risk here. Like you're literally in dire straits. And you're making a stupid comment.
Oh.
And I'm like, it doesn't make sense. There's this other family. You've seen the trailer. The other family that shows up, right? That they see.
And it looks like
them.
Like Bizarro them.
Yes. They talk a lot about how menacing, terrible, evil, like literally they talk about it. Like the Bizarro family, let's say, talks about how evil the child is, or the husband, or the dad, or the other, whatever, they're opposites. How evil these things are, and they don't really ever show it. It's more like hit you with something like when you could have actually killed them or really, really injured somebody. The whole movie long is just a big ass disappointment. Some cool shots, like the way that they framed them here and there. There's not really jump scares enough to make you go, what the fuck? It's pretty at times. And the ending was a letdown. I literally knew, I knew what the story was, what was going on because of that opening. And I knew what the twist was going to be because 15 minutes into the film, I'm like, God damn it, you just ruined that for me too. Obviously, this is what's going to happen at the end of the film. And at the end of the film, it happened exactly the way I figured every fucking thing out 15 minutes into the opening and the 15 minutes in. Both things are ruined for me, the whole rest of the film. And then I'm disappointed at the end because you didn't do anything new. And it bothered me.
You got to realize there is nothing new.
I'm tired of you saying this to me.
Well, there really isn't. There's only so many things you can do.
Then quit fucking.
Now, if you were to pick a genre that you think that it was specifically trying to be, which would you pick out of the ones that you said? Because I would have said psychological thriller. I wouldn't have said horror at all.
Psychological thriller. I would go, yes. I would say it definitely leans more towards that. Yes. Mm-hmm. There are horror aspects to it. It's not really there. It's definitely supposed to be a psychological, definitely supposed to be more of a thriller. And at the end is what's actually going on very politically. There's like a little bit of that tied into it if you think about it in the broad spectrum of what he's trying to say.
Well, I get it because that's the other film was
same thing,
social
right?
Commentary.
Social, yeah. But no, just I would never watch that movie again, and I would never tell somebody to watch it.
Okay.
Pet Sematary, I would say, I would say to somebody, well, if you liked this, check it out. I wouldn't tell anybody to check it out. It just sucked. I mean, I didn't love Get Out. I didn't love it. I thought it was good.
No, I don't think it was as good as everyone made it out to be. What I really kind of hoped, an ending that would have been a lot closer to like Night of the Living Dead, was if when the cop car pulled up, if
I loved that ending.
They bleed the white girl. And I feel like that would have been even more of a gut punch to the social commentary that he was making.
Right.
But I don't think he wanted a downer ending necessarily.
Right.
I just think that would have been a little more impactful.
I agree with you. But I did love that about Night of the Living Dead at the very end. I mean, what a fuck. You live through all that shit and then that happens.
Yeah. Back to your comment about characters making stupid comments at odd times. That, despite what I would consider, like the first, or not, it's not the first, it's like the third, Avengers Infinity War, like people dying or Thor having to deal with like, oh, this entire ship of my people is pretty much dead. The characters are devastated for like 5 minutes, and then they crack a joke. I always hate that, but I understand because it's the limitations of this is a film. You got 2.5 hours to tell your story. You don't want Thor crying for all 2.5 hours,
sure,
like he probably would in real life.
Right. He'd be like Gladiator in the sense that he's dealing with the loss of his but he's dealing with the loss of his
Thor would become a vengeful guy and not be cracking jokes. Yeah. But I get it. Marvel's a little more lighthearted. I don't think they're going to go down the road where, like in this next one, if Captain America dies, if all of a sudden then Bucky's just like this inconsolable dude with a metal arm and just starts murdering everybody.
I would see that.
Well, I would too, but they're not going to do it.
No, they're not going to do it. You're right.
They don't have time for those kind of story arcs because of the film format.
Sure.
But that is a pet peeve. I hate that.
Because it's dismissive of what you were trying to...
That basically takes the stakes that are going on and says, well, there's not really stakes.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like, okay. If they're fighting their weird doppelgangers and the guy, cuts his doppelganger's head off and he says, heads up, then I no longer am fearful for anything that you guys are going through.
Yeah.
If you have time to make a joke, like an 80s Arnold one-liner type joke, then you're not scared enough for your situation.
Yes.
So I shouldn't be either.
And that's what bothered me so much. His wife and his 2 kids are literally in a room with these people that are completely in control and going to hurt them. Mm-hmm. And you're making jokes as a dad, and it's not set up that way. The film, they show that he's a normal dad making stupid, I'm not so smart kind of jokes here and there at the beginning. But you could tell the mom and everybody else is fucking terrified about who the fuck are these people? What is going on? Why do they look like all this shit? And they're going to hurt you because she's, the wife's, the person that looks like them says they're going to hurt them. And the dude's making stupid shit comments here and there off and on throughout. I'm like, no. In this exact situation, the way you're shooting it and the way the rest of the script is, it doesn't fit. It doesn't seem to find it's just so...
Do you think that could be a conflict in Jordan Peele's sense of humor versus his sense of visual storytelling?
I don't think I've seen enough of his stuff to... Maybe.
I'm curious because I obviously he has something to say, like that's why he's doing these films.
Yeah.
But he has this comedy background, which several of the skits that they had were kind of dark.
I don't think that. So I don't think that the acting dad was a bad. I don't think he's a bad actor.
You think?
I think he acted
what he was given
badly.
Was bad.
I think what he was given was bad, and he wasn't able to say it, pull it off the way it was. It looked like he was acting really bad. To me, it didn't fit. It was weird. I didn't like it at all.
Gotcha.
I don't know if that answers your question.
It sounds like you're saying pick a street.
Yeah, exactly.
If you want to be a psychological thriller, be a psychological thriller.
Yeah. Pull me in, make me think, make me uncomfortable. Don't pull me out of it with this stupid shit.
What happened to films that were just one genre?
Yeah.
Seven. Seven is one of my favorite thrillers
of
all time. And if there's a joke that's said in the film at all, it's something that makes sense in the scenario.
In the scenario, right.
No one's ever cracking off jokes when they get John Doe or when they're seeing some horrific thing necessarily. Or, I mean, I guess Brad Pitt's like this young hotshot trying to make his name or whatever, so they see certain things, like the fat dude that was being stuffed with food. I think he made some kind of snide comment or whatever. But
he said it real dry.
Yeah, he wasn't like, should have joined Weight Watchers.
Which is how the dad does it in this, and it doesn't fit. Yeah, exactly. I know what, yes.
So it's like, because the only films that I feel like are staying true to their genre are just horror films that are just horror films.
That are just, yes.
They're at least trying to stay okay, this is what we are. But if you have a thriller, there's always some comedic relief, but we don't need that all the time. Sometimes I just want a really suspenseful thriller.
Yeah.
And make me feel that, and that's the enjoyment of that film.
Yes.
I like seeing films like that. It's because I'm not really a horror fan because I have a hard time getting behind the scenarios or the monster guy that I'm supposed to be afraid of. I'm more afraid of I'd be way more afraid of John Doe, some psychologically fucked up dude.
Yeah.
That is doing things that people unfortunately have
horror
done
with the
in real life.
Is just fun for me. But I love the John Doe type scenario where it's either it could happen or this is about somebody that was like this. I love those. I love those more. The monster deal or the killer deal.
It's just
it's just fun for me.
It's popcorn.
It's popcorn. Yeah. It's like an action flick for me, I guess would be. That's why I love those horror films so much. It's like an action flick for me. But there's way more action films that are better than most of the horror films. So I can't win.
Well, I think there's way more action films than there are horror films, so they have a better shot anyway. And I mean, there's some really bad action films.
Oh yeah, yeah. All the Expendable films, all of them.
I enjoyed the first one.
I don't know how. You tell me that. I don't get it. I think you're just caught up in the nostalgia that all these guys.
That's what got it for me.
Sure.
The effects were bad.
Yeah.
Man. I don't know what effects company.
The lines were they were trying to pull some glory from those 80s and 90s films, and they weren't good. And
yeah, they struggled a bit, but I don't know. I didn't mind it. I think I watched all the sequels, and they were awful.
They're awful.
Real bad.
Yeah.
So let's recap.
Okay.
I would recommend Twilight Zone.
Okay.
You can check out that first episode on YouTube.
I will. Yeah, I will
And
check it out.
You have an Apple TV, so you can just watch it on there, and it's full HD, so it'll look nice. And you think Us should go fuck itself?
I do. I'm sorry. It was shot well. It just no. The story was not. It was not. It was not good.
I will say I'm glad that it did at least well enough, like, because I think Jordan Peele has a lot of potential.
I would see the next whatever he's going to put out. I'd see it just because I agree with you on that. I do.
Right. So I know. I mean, it made way more money than it probably needed to based off of your opinion of the film.
Yeah.
But I'm glad it did well enough to where he can still do his thing.
Do his thing. Yeah, I agree. I definitely support him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I got.
That's all I got too.
And this is kind of a bonus episode. This was supposed to be last week's episode.
Yeah.
So I don't know which order I'm going to put these out, but it doesn't matter.
Matters to me.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
All right. You want me to?
You can finish. I don't have anything going on.
You want me to finish?
Because I already talked about. You guys are getting 2 episodes this week. Don't know which one you're getting first. Probably this one. We talk about what we're doing in the next one. Go fuck yourselves. Now you.
So until next time, go fuck yourselves, because we're bored in Ohio. Actually, that's a good outro.
Well, that's totally a Bill Burr type thing.
Oh, well, fuck.
No, so we can't take that. Nobody could beat Bill Burr's Go Fuck Yourselves.
All right, so...
you don't have to do it again. We're done.
All right. Let's go fucking eardrums.